going to start the recording. Alright, I believe we are live. I do not know.
I sure hope so.
I'm going to refresh and find out. It says stream offline.
Yes. It says,
no, we're on. We on.
Hi,
we on there,
everybody.
fam.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi. Hi, Dungeon Mommy.
Welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated. No. Much less famous stream going on right now. Guilty Treasure Gaming!
Woo!
Yay!
Woo! It's our first ever episode. I'm very nervous, but I hope you guys like it. Been working on it for a while. And yeah, so I've never done one of these before. It's my first YouTube video. Please don't pick on me.
Please don't pick on me, guys.
How do we think we should start this? I plan to have more time to plan, but my computer wouldn't cooperate.
Listen, I planned to plan, but it didn't plan out. Let's talk about our characters real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
So everybody's up to speed.
All right. Let's introduce our characters.
All right. Why did you start, actually?
My characters are all of the rest of them. The world of Rawlia from the phenomenally successful webcomic Guilty Treasure.
And the successfully phenomenal.
Well, it's phenomenal because there was any success, and I think that's phenomenal. You're a little quiet, honey. Maybe.
I'll talk louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're praising the comic, please make sure you enunciate clearly.
Full volume on the praise.
All right, so Namaya, you're first on our little picture here. Why don't we start with you?
Yep. So Namaya, she's a tall, dark woman with white hair because she's part of a sea eagle culture from some foreign island who was shipwrecked, or well, I guess the ship was attacked by some monster, and she was the only survivor and washed ashore somewhere nearby.
But it was wrecked, right?
Oh yes, it's quite wrecked. There's no ship anymore. Otherwise, she'd probably be sailing off on it somewhere. Yep. All she's got from the ship is whatever she was able to pull ashore, which was basically an unknown locked chest. So that's what's left of the ship, and she hasn't been able to open this chest, but it's in her backpack somewhere.
Interesting. And you are Namaya's player is.
Yes, T. Rugen, famous video game designer. Not really.
Super duper famous. Who's not heard?
Sorry?
Really?
Yeah. T, are you still talking? I think I might have cut out.
No, I stopped talking.
All right, cool.
Hey T, what game do you make?
Yeah, it's fill us in on the crazy game details.
Breath of the Wild Part 2 is the one I'm working on right now. You can find it in the AOTK game thread, video game forum if you want.
Nice.
It's very good. I've played it too many times.
After the game, we can advertise our projects and whatnot. In a section I call Table Tea. Because we're talking, but also spilling tea.
Oh, wow.
All right, so Oberon, you're next on our list.
Yes, Oberon. Sweet Oberon. Oberon is a half elf, half human, paladin, not paladin, but paladin. He's hot-headed, has very little patience, takes more of the direct route for confrontations. He looks much younger than he is, which really bothers him, which is where a lot of his temper comes from. Even for being an elf, I mean, he's definitely much older than he actually looks because he ages, slowly. Let's see. He's been, training as a paladin at temples for a while, and he really wants to try and prove himself right now. So he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because everyone doesn't take him seriously. He wants to be a man. He wants to prove that he is manly and that he's strong. So,
is that why he doesn't wear pants? Just to be like, look at it, it's right there.
I don't need pants. Pants, no, that's for the weak. Vibes.
And you are, well, I know who you are, but for our esteemed guests on the stream.
Why are you here?
I am Arkham. Arkham Insanity. You know, you may have heard of me or seen me in my art. Been in the spanking art scene for quite a while. So yeah.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. Next on our little picture thing is Laurel. So
it's me. Okay, so Laurel is again another half elf because like I'm super
I
original.
believe he's a full elf.
Oh no, he's happy because we want. Listen. Well, metagaming, but I wanted some bonuses for human stuff.
All right. My mistake.
Or no, I think no. Never mind. That was Ollie. He's full elf. I remember now. I have more than one character. It's confusing.
Yeah, we have another campaign, but for this one, Laurel is.
I was gonna say Laurel is another elfie boy, another blondie because that's what we do, I guess.
Yeah, we got all blondes.
We totally do. Whoa.
We have a lot of blondes and one white. And black.
She's just super blonde.
She's super blonde, mega blonde. Laurel is long story short separated from society up until recently. So he's a good boy, but he doesn't quite know everything that's going on. And he is a druid. He's got planty magic.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's just a good boy. He's trying his best.
Awesome.
There you go.
And you are, of course.
Pastel Hime. If you're on DeviantArt, just Pastel if you're on ARTK.
All right. And last but certainly not least, that would be me. Sally.
Oh, I thought you meant like, oh, it's me, the last one, and I was like, oh, but I'm a character too.
Oh, I'm the least. It was a self-deprecating joke. You'll hear a lot of that.
Oh, they're so funny.
Sally,
Well,
please introduce yourself.
It me. Hi everyone. I'm Pen Mask. But for this game, I'm playing Sally, the spectacular sorceress. Sally is just a human, no cool elf lineage, but she is a sorceress, specifically a sorceress with a draconic lineage. Ooh.
Oh.
So way back.
Enjoy spending times in dungeons. It's a dungeon dragon.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's a dungeon dragon. It's in her nature. At some point in her lineage, and like, I don't know, a bajillion years ago, somebody got it on with a dragon, so now she got a bit of that gold dragon blood in her body. And it manifests itself in some affinity towards fire magic, and also her sparkly gold hair. Sally is a sage/researcher. She spent her youth in a monastery studying how to become or how to get good at magic. Kind of like it's definitely not a kinky Hogwarts, but if you want to think that way, I won't stop you.
Penny, if I wanted to read about this sort of
oh shit, you're right.
How could I do that?
So, as Ashley mentioned, and I mean I will explore later further on in our totally cool table talky end part, but I have a book I wrote with my friend Layla that is called The Water Nymph's Plaything, and it's kind of like an extended backstory for Sally. And then we wrote that earlier, and then like I ended up readapting her into a D&D game, and then leapfrogging off of that into turning that little roleplay thing we did into an actual book. So it's all spinning around. But
Oh baby.
the broad strokes are Sally's really good at shooting fireballs, even though she's not trained to use them yet. And she loves a good mystery, and she loves researching, and she's basically, for our story purposes, is off taking a multi-year study abroad kind of thing after finishing her novice training at her monastery to, learn how to get even better at magic before she comes back and basically does her fancy pants magical postgrad. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about Sally. Yeah.
And I am Ashley OTK, your dungeon master for the evening and the foreseeable future.
They're saying that somebody's quiet.
Oh.
And
If it's not Pastel, it might be...
it might be Arkham.
It might be Arkham. Let me see if I can't
Everybody
turn Arkham
say
up on
like
my
hi.
side.
Maybe not all at once.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, Ashley,
Hi.
you're a little quiet.
Oh, but they wouldn't mistake my voice for yours. So, is it me? Am I too quiet? Ash is pretty quiet. All right, well.
All right, there you go.
I
The-
will.
Oh, I bet I know why. It's probably because you're capturing your microphone stuff for OBS separate from Discord.
Yeah.
So just bump yourself
Oh,
up
yeah.
on
I
there.
will do that. Thank you for letting us know, chat. Mike,
Yay.
I'll just turn them both up, and that's that.
Oh, Rugen could also be a little louder if you
Ooh,
could bump that up a little.
when you spoke, it just shot across the screen. Chat, was that too loud? I guess we'll find out in like 7 seconds.
Ooh, I like your accent.
Just in case it's really loud.
2 cuties are quiet. That would be us. Here, I'll turn it down a little bit more, just in case.
Alright. We've done it, I think.
All right.
Sounds good, everybody?
Well, for now, nope, you're good. Okay, well, I just changed it. So I guess
Yay,
I'll
we
change
did it, y'all! First boss taken care of. How many experience points is that?
Probably like
1.
a million.
Yeah,
Precisely
we defeated the sound settings monster.
And you guys have to spread it amongst yourself, and the rule of thumb is to round down in D&D, so 0.
Dang it.
Aww.
I was really counting on that quarter point.
So, are we ready to begin?
Yeah.
Yay!
All right. It is summertime in Telendel, the continent that you are all residing on, if not overtly native to.
Yeah.
There's suns in the sky, the beach is beautiful, and you want nothing more than to play in the water and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you are not doing that because, like many of us, you have jobs. Specifically, you are Amor Armor guild members. The Amor Armor is a world-famous venturing guild home to such legends as Goliath, Draco Ridge, the Enchantress, Charlotte Vanderveer, and Mikhail, no last name given, like he's some kind of badass.
He's got us all fooled.
You are in fact in a carriage riding to your new branch office that you are establishing. You are traveling south, and it has been a bit of a journey. You've had plenty of time to get to know each other fairly well. Almost as if you could have gone on an adventure together through a devilish casino.
Oh.
But the clear skies give way to rolling clouds of ominous proportion. The warm summer is left behind.
Oh no.
Yes. You are on your way to Ravenperch, a city in the south where your new branch office is being established.
Right.
Nice.
Yes.
Laurel has his head out the window of the carriage and informs everyone of what exactly what he sees every maybe 10
Alright.
seconds.
Oh, gracious.
You see, first you see desert because there is a large desert that spans the middle of the continent, right where the equator is, that basically separates the lands where Ravenperch is and where Fairbottom is,
Yes.
where the main guild hall is.
Yes.
And if anybody has any magic to make things cooler, you probably would have been getting a lot of good use out of it, and if not, well, you guys were worried about summer and not having enough.
I'm definitely using Mage Hand as like an impromptu or like a ad hoc kind of fan, just like having it just wave in front of me, like, oh gosh, it's so warm. I hate the desert.
Sally is probably regretting not taking Ray of Frost.
Oh.
She's like, I could have frozen our carriage; it would have been perfect.
Yes. But thankfully, that unbearably warm time in which Sally, at the least, I think, I know her character very well, so that's why I'm speculating. Chat, I'm not just controlling her. Sally, at the least, I think, probably spent a lot of time with very little clothing on.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. It's hot, so you gotta unwind.
Yeah.
And we're all friends here, so it's fine.
Yeah, and there's,
We're getting
there's a
friendly.
reason why I don't wear pants.
Yeah. See, Sally's following all Obi's example because he's clearly the oldest of us all, and so as the adult in this group, he's setting the example.
Thank you. Thank you, Sally.
But the desert has been left behind. What you see now forming in the distance is mountains shrouded in fog. And as you, it's really like, it really feels like you've gone to another world, because where it was hot, and then it was hotter, and then you didn't think it could get any hotter, but then it did. Now it is getting cold, like unseasonably cold, as though winter would not wait and is pushing summer out in order to take the weather for itself.
Nice.
Okay, now I regret not having pants. I can admit that now.
It's not freezing, but it is what at first is a welcome change is rapidly becoming a shivery inconvenience.
It's all humid out, and that just freaking cuts through. And Sally's definitely not one of those people who's like, oh, it's like 10 degrees out. I'm just gonna wear like short shorts. It's no biggie.
I don't know, you're
She's
feeling
like,
cold
this is
out?
cold.
A little. I'm feeling a little cold out. I get really warm, all right?
All right, I'm just a big old baby. It's okay.
All right. I need to open a PDF because my computer restarted, and what should have taken like a couple minutes took like 20.
Dang.
Yeah.
Laurel is sharing his like big cloak because it's cold.
Oh, Laurel, that's so kind of you.
Yeah.
Sally would definitely like sit you in her lap and then just like wrap your cloak around both of you and her.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Oberon's being very manly. He doesn't want to, he's like, I'm tough. I can take it. It's cold doesn't bother me. Cold never bothered me anyway.
Sally is just genuinely
snap.
impressed. She's just like, oh, wow. Oberon, you're so tough.
Yeah, I was thinking about like sticking my arm outside because I'm getting so, I'm not bothered at all, by this cold. So
It's just shivering.
I can see you just trembling with excitement to get to our new place. That's so exciting. I'm so proud.
it is excitement.
Wow.
That's why I'm trembling. I'm glad you're just so
Tough
perceptive
boy.
and noticing that it's not anything else that's making me tremble.
Well, I am a researcher.
And
Noticing
at
things
this
is kind of
point-
my thing.
At this point, the rain starts.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
Yep. So Laurel, every time you stick your head out, you come back in and give
It's
a
wet,
shake
yeah.
and spread it all over, and an alarm is going off.
You're
Whoever that is, that's very unprofessional.
yeah. Who could ever do such a thing?
Yeah.
Sally.
It's the alarm to let you know that it's time to not stick your head outside. It's cold.
Too bad.
Although I
You're
guess
sticking
that
out,
little
like, a
plant,
less.
I guess that plant on your head probably needs to get watered.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
It's healthy.
The path leads into a forest. Towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy gray mist block out all but a death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream.
Ooh.
Sally's just gonna kind of reel Oberon in a little bit, or not Oberon, Laurel, and just kind of be like, maybe don't put your head out there.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Well,
feel
it's
like
getting
doing
real
it anymore.
Yeah, it's a little wet now. Not as It's not because I'm cold or scared or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
He's not scared. It's
Yeah,
just
no, absolutely.
extra more wet now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I'm not reckless.
Yeah.
Come on, where's the thing? Here we go. Alright, so, as your cart trundles along to what you know to be the destination, unless your driver's really drunk, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground under the cart, which you can hear the wheels turning in,
Splorching around.
gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yay, we made it!
We've done it.
This is Ravenperch, eh?
It is, well, make a history check.
History. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
See if you did your studying in Padalin school.
Yeah. Let's see.
Laurel's never heard of such a place.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
For anybody who's curious, we don't have a. We'll just have to tell you what our dice rolls are in case you're like,
Yeah.
where are they?
Yeah, it's a 12.
All right, 12. Yes, this is Ravenperch. Specifically, it is a village in Ravenperch that is called Sleepy Vale.
Oh.
Yes, it is the northmost village you approach from the south. And it is most people's first destination when they enter this land. So your cart stops in the middle of the street in the center of the town. And when you look out, you can see people shuffling along. At least they seem like people.
I don't like.
I mean, I would assume they're people. It is a village.
They seem to be goblins and ghoulies.
Ooh.
Aggressive looking?
Witches. Kind of minding their own business, as if they live here.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't think I've ever been to a goblin village before.
Well,
Or a ghoulie
there
village.
are all sorts of stuff. You see a witch with a steepled hat. You see what might be a tiefling, but a little smaller horns. So, arriving in the village of Sleepy Vale, almost said Sleepy Hollow. What would you like to do?
Is this where we're supposed to be setting up our branch office?
Who are you asking?
I mean, is this something do we, like, just in general, you, DM, do we know where our branch office is supposed to be?
You know it'll be here in this city, yes. You don't know
Oh.
where.
Okay, good, because, like, it would be really weird if we're just like, well, I guess there's buildings here. I'm sure this is where they meant. And they're like, oh, no, you need to keep going for 2 more hours.
Oh, jeez.
No, Sleepy Vale is indeed your destination.
Alright. Laurel is
Well-
out of that.
Yeah,
Cart
Sally's
carriage
definitely out of that
immediately.
freaking cart, too.
Alright.
She's sick of being freaking wobbled around.
Make a perception check, both of you.
Alright.
Oh, you got it. Freaking on it.
Get that sick nasty proficiency. It'd be fun.
Oh, we should be telling people
19.
what to roll because they can't see it.
Yeah.
So,
19.
Laura rolled
Oh.
a 19.
very good.
And I rolled a 13, the spookiest number. So that should probably count for even more because we're in a spooky town.
You know what? Sure.
I give it a hard sell.
These goblins and ghoulies and witches
From last
and
Halloween.
devils, they are from last Halloween. In fact, they are masks that the people of the town are wearing.
Oh my goodness.
Aww.
Yes, everyone here is wearing some sort of mask or headdress. It is in line with the Rallian tradition of All Hallows Eve, where you dress up in nice costumes.
Is it the
But
right day?
It's not that day. It's actually still just the end of summer. So it's strange to see these people. They're also not... They don't look like they're having an especially good time. It's just
Well-
kind of standard.
I mean, I get it. The season keeps coming earlier and earlier every year. It just gets so frustrating.
Well, no one looks like they're having fun. They look like they're going about their businesses, despite the inconveniences of wearing masks and costumes
Hey.
and such.
Your Discord messages are making noise.
My Discord messages
Yeah,
are.
they are.
I'm so sorry, my friends. I will mute everything.
We mute all the things.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, thanks, once again.
Oh boy, and it's gonna lag.
course.
Just
It
put
is.
yourself,
It
just put
wouldn't be
yourself
your
on Do
computer
Not
if it didn't.
Disturb.
Oh, that's a better idea.
So smeared.
You're so smart, Sally. You know what? Inspiration point. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
damn it.
Oh,
I'm so
First
inspired.
inspiration.
Soon. I'm sure you'll get one soon. So, Maya and Obi, with 2 of your compatriots launching themselves out of the carriage, what would you like to do?
Well, I'll follow along. I mean, why not? I mean, look, this looks like our destination, even though it's a little odd.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just jump right out,
All right.
like literally jump.
The manliest way to exit a carriage.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's cold, unseasonably cold for summer. Maya, how about
Yeah,
you?
Namaya doesn't really want to get out. Doesn't want to just stand around in the rain. She wants to stay in the cart until she knows where she's going.
Okay. Then at this point, your driver a surly old villager that from, all the way back in Fairbottom, which was days and days of driving. It's a gnome, actually. Or, well, you suspected it's a gnome. For all you know, it's an ambulatory beard with arms and legs. But,
man, that poor driver must be so sweaty from the desert.
They stick their head in the little window there and they say, "I will go this far and no further."
Because that's the end?
Yes.
Oh. That's convenient for you.
If you want more, you pay more.
I don't know if Maya has more money.
Namaya's pretty broke with being shipwrecked and all, so she trudges out into the rain and probably wraps herself up in a cloak as much as she can.
Alright. The cart driver takes his cart back along the road, seems to realize that he shouldn't actually probably go any further today, and parks it.
What a jerk.
Sally's just gonna wave at him and be like, bye.
Bye, dude.
He waves, but it's awkward. It's like when you've said bye to someone, but then you're both walking to the same direction for your car. It's awkward.
Perfect. Also, now Maya, if you're worried about getting rainy, why don't you just put Laurel on top of your shoulders and use him as a cloak? Or
I'm down.
a head umbrella.
I'll cloak you.
I mean, it's kind of like a mask.
You there!
Hat.
Sally, you get a jab right in the arm.
Ow!
You there! It's me! You turn around and you see a mask of some ugly old crone, and with a witch's hat on top.
Grandma?
Maybe? I don't know.
Sally's got nice friends.
You need a costume. You can't go out without a mask or a costume in these days.
Why not?
Come to my shop. It's right here. And she points to basically a pile of garbage on a blanket.
Okay. Sally likes a good yard sale, and far be it from her to insult local custom. She's learned that lesson the hard way before in the past. She will be like, let's go look at costumes, y'all.
I'm not wearing a costume. I mean, my face.
You don't have
My
to.
face is not to be hidden. I mean.
Oh, you should. It's very dangerous not to.
I'll wear a costume.
How come it's dangerous? I mean, not that, I don't already know.
They say the Hollow One has woken prematurely.
Wait,
I think they call
the
it
who?
Halloween. That's what.
The Hollow One, she repeats.
the Hollow One.
Yes.
So I was going to just pull out her little notebook and be like,
Oh,
who's the Hollow One?
Are you asking her, or would you like to make a history check?
She should probably make a mystery check. Or, it's not a mystery. A history
It is a
check.
What's your mystery?
I would like to make a history mystery check.
Go for it.
Because, Sally's a smarty pants. She might have read something about that. Proficiency. Sorry, I was slightly confused by something. Virgin, on our little character sheet things, if you mark it as proficient, does it automatically
yeah. If you click the proficient box, it'll calculates this stuff automatically. So if you get that little box if you're proficient, then that'll add the roll will be plus whatever it shows there.
Oh, okay, cool. I wanted to make sure before I'm like, oh, actually, I get like plus 25 to this.
Not yet. Not at this level. For the
So
chat,
let's
we
see
are
how-
level
let's see how-
3.
Oh yeah, we are all level 3.
Yes.
For history, I rolled an 8, which is,
right.
as you all know, great.
Sally, you are about to think about it, and then you see this woman, pale, raven black hair, long, in something that would not look out of place on Gerudo Link, just strolling down the street, and your attention wanders. Who cares about whatever you were thinking about before?
Yeah, Sally would be like, the hollow, yeah.
You get another jab from this very rude lady as you say that. You don't know about the Hollow One? What do you think a Hollow's Eve was about?
Well,
Hollow pumpkin buckets that you fill up with candy, obviously.
No.
that's a good. Sally writes it down. She's like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
The etymology never. she just doesn't realize she's been spelling the word wrong this whole time.
The legends tell us that the Hollow One comes out on All Hallows Eve, and it snatches you from your houses, from the streets, from wherever you are. But it does not take ghoulies, goblins, witches, ghosts, all manner of wicked creatures. That's why we dress like them.
Oh.
Yes.
So Oberon should be safe because he was getting spanked before we left, so he's probably like a little bad.
What? No. What the? No. Why are you even telling this?
Oberon, do you want to get kidnapped by the Hollow One?
Why are you telling them stuff like that? She doesn't need to know this sort of thing.
The crone, at least the person dressed as a crone, seems quite... You can't tell because there's a mask, but you just know that she's smiling behind it.
That's great, just great. Wait, we've been here for like all of 5 minutes, and you just start like blabbering about stuff like that.
Well, they were gonna find out eventually.
Oh, don't worry, child. It happens here all the time, too. We're still in Raleigh after all. But you need a costume.
Laurel's going down the line, like, of her costumes. She's just trying on each mask to see which one he likes the best.
If you could have whatever mask you wanted, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a question I have for all of you.
Oh.
Ooh,
Maya's looking for the warmest and most waterproof one.
The warmest, most waterproof one is probably a wolf mask. That goes
a latex
over
wolf
the head.
mask.
Well, it wasn't latex before, but it is now.
Laurel's gonna pick the most colorful one, whatever that would
Most
be.
colorful one.
Yep.
That would probably...
Does she have any of those like
costume.
those like witchy hats that are like bent out of shape and have like a little spider coming down from the tip?
Yes.
Oh, a dip.
The
Oh
spider...
my gosh, I super duper want one of those.
All right. The
And
spider
I want it to
is made
freaking
of
wobble
wood.
around every time I walk.
The spider is made of wood and is connected with yarn. But
Oh.
other than that, it is a perfect witch hat.
Yeah, Oberon is looking for the absolute most terrifying, scariest, ogreiest looking thing. I mean, he wants this to be just, I mean, if he's going to have to do this, it's going to make it be the scariest one.
All right. You find something like a devil face, very leering,
Nice.
gargoyle-ish red cast. And the crone snatches it away and it's like, that's not really suited to you. Here, this is. And she puts a headband on you that has a bow.
What? This isn't scary
Oh,
at all.
it's
What?
just of course, it's scarily adorable.
She's right.
No. If I have to wear a mask, I demand a scary mask, and I'm not wearing this little sissy bow thing, whatever this is. I take it off and I throw it on the ground and I step on it.
You bought it.
She will give you the devilish masquerade mask, which is sort of like the one you actually wanted.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. But you're
Yeah, so
buying
sometimes
the
you
bow.
got. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Fine. Yeah. I mean, I
Sally's just gonna pull out her little notebook and make a little note about that. She's totally not at all gonna tattle on over it later to someone.
See, sometimes you have to be forceful, and you have to be, very forceful. Not tantrumy. I mean, that wasn't a tantrum by no means.
Oh no.
That was just
Totally.
me asserting myself, to this crone.
Asserting itself in a tantrum-esque way.
Laurel, your mask is a bit like a skull, but it's got
Ooh.
it's set with
Okay, I have a sugar skull.
yeah.
Yay!
A what though?
Yeah.
A sugar like the ones that are painted. They're very pretty.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
All right.
Scared.
The crone requests a silver piece per mask, so that's 2 from Obi because he
yeah.
stepped on that bow.
Now it's all wet and gross.
Well, it was wet and gross to begin with, or at least it was gross. Now it's just wet. So.
Well, now that you mention that, I mean, doesn't that make it scarier? So didn't Oberon help her?
Yeah.
No refunds, no returns.
Fine, whatever.
Oh man, I was gonna come back. All right. Yeah, return.
I just got it, Laurel. You silly filly. Alright, so with your goods purchased
Please.
and your masks properly affixed, you are no longer bothered by this old crone who goes on to bother the next people who just came in with a remarkably similar speech. What would you guys like to do? There are buildings aplenty around, there are people milling about in the streets, but they don't look particularly happy about it because it's wet and it's foggy, but it's probably always like that.
I feel also that it might be good to not be outside where it's wet and foggy. I don't want to get my really cute new hat totally ruined. What kind of buildings are around it?
They are thatched roof, kind of like village buildings. There are a couple with signs dangling down that you can identify a blacksmith, you can identify a grocer. You also see one that has a sign hanging on rusty chains that sways gently in the wind, and it says, "The Sleeping Inn."
I love sleeping in.
That sounds like my kind of place. Y'all want to go get out the rain?
Yeah.
That's
Inside
probably
the-
a good idea.
Well then, I say we do that, and Sally's gonna start like as dignified marching as she can because she remembers that they're also supposed to be like setting up a new branch here, so she's got to look right, proper adventure-y, make a good
Yeah.
impression because first impressions are important. She learned that at school. So to the end.
All right, in you go to the inn. Huh. And inside, the people do not have their masks on. They have begrudgingly taken them off, either left them on top of their head or on the table, but this seems a bit more in line with what you were expecting. And inside, there's a bar, there's tables, and there's people aplenty. There's a barkeep and a couple of barmaids going around serving drinks.
All right.
And food, so whatever you could like.
God. Sally immediately remembers that she's really hungry.
Yeah, the rations on the road were starting to wear
It
thin.
was a long ride, so yeah, let's grab something to eat.
Do we want to sit at the bar and bother the barkeep, or do we want to try and see if we can't get like a friendly barmaid lady to come chat with us?
Why are you asking me? A bar is like the manliest way to go eat at a
It's
place.
true.
So, yeah.
How tall are the stools compared to Oberon?
His feet will not touch the ground.
I definitely think we should be going with the bar.
Perfect.
All right, so to the bar you go, and you all have a seat.
Laurel
and-
hasn't gone to the bar yet.
Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't.
He's lingering near like a big table of people and just kind of bending over it and like looking close at everyone's food to see what he wants.
There's an ear-piercing silence as the table just slow turns to Laurel.
He looks at someone and he goes, "Is that good?" And he like it's almost his fingers almost touching their food, but it's not.
It's a
It's like a
bald man who perhaps had a large head of hair in his youth. It is now relocated to his chin and upper
Laurel's
lip.
a little jealous.
He looks at you and says, "He's good, yes."
Oh, good. He like starts talking, and then he like looks around for like a waitress or somebody, and then he just says it really loud. "I'll have this one. This guy's having. I'll have this one." And then he goes and has a seat at the bar.
All right. The waitresses take notice. As you walk up, you can see that the way the stool is, Obi's butt is just really on display,
All right.
raised up a little bit and everything.
Laurel gives him a thumbs up.
Not
It looks
but
good.
that pair of panty-like undergarment to cover it. And
Oh, so confident, so manly.
They call it battle briefs.
yeah.
battle briefs +1.
Exactly.
So the barkeep looks you guys up and down and says, "Will the rest of you have anything?"
Sally doesn't know what Laurel picked, but she trusts that it's probably good, and she's really hungry, so she'll be like, we'll get 3 more of whatever Laurel's having, and she'll point to him. And then
Aye.
4 of your tastiest beverages, make them extra big. And then also
You're wanting alcohol, I take it.
yeah.
I'm going to need to see some ID. You're all
let's
very
see.
young looking.
Just ask
see.
Oberon. He's a big boy.
The barkeep looks at him and says, "I'm not falling for that."
Wait, come on now. I mean, do we even have IDs?
You have your identifying sigil from the guild, but you don't really have anything like papers.
Yeah.
You know.
Can Sally make
I sense some badness here.
Sense somewhat.
Some mischief afoot.
well, we have our guild sigils,
Yes.
but like I don't think this is a world that issues actual ID.
It is not. And this throwaway joke has become much longer than it was meant to be.
It's all good. Sally will just be like, "Excuse me, you're looking at a graduate of the Celestine Monastery and a member of a more armor and good standing, and I would appreciate it if you would serve us some beverages, please."
Ooh, nice.
Milk it is.
Excuse.
The Maya's just. How tall is this guy?
He appears to be of dwarvish stature and facial hair.
So Namaya's just gonna like loom over him and be like, "Beer."
Yeah, beer.
Laura will do the same
Beer
and
for
say,
this one.
Laura will do the same and say, apple juice. Sit back down with confidence.
He nods and strides into the back to go about whatever preparations for your meals that he needs to do. So you guys are left waiting, kind of wondering where the hell your new franchise office is and where you need to report to. You know there's a few guild members there already, but you don't know where it is.
Can we like just turn and kind of look into the inn and see, or the common room and see if we can't perceive it? Can we just like overhear if anybody's talking about anything newsy, or if it's all just like, "Oh, Jebediah done brought in the crop this week." Oh, blah, blah, blah.
What kind of check would this be? In the previous editions, it might be a streetwise check, but
I think it's probably definitely intimidation because I have +3 in that.
spin me a story of why it applies, and I'll let you use it.
Um,
Story.
Sally is gonna she's miffed about being denied her Elkshire Mahal. And so she's gonna like turn around and she's gonna fold her arms in front of her and she's gonna just glower. And she assumes everybody else is like this too, is when she gets nervous, she starts getting really chatty. So she figures if she can just glare out into the inn and, intimidate some people, some of them might start like looking away and, changing the subject and talking really loud to like distract or to like make it look like they're not looking at them or paying attention to them.
Why don't you give it a shot, Sally? You can certainly. Let me get my math. Let me get my Matt Mercer on. You can certainly try.
Ooh.
Perfect.
A 14.
That's not bad at this level. So, let's see. You turn around to find that there are indeed people staring, gawking really at you strangers. Even though strangers do come to Sleepy Vale from time to time, it's nonetheless an oddity because it's not the most pleasant place in the world. When you turn around and give them a look, they all kind of have like a jump. Not so much because they're scared of you, but more because they thought they were being subtle. And they just go back to talking. So, so you just came up the Queen's Highway, yeah? And I was on my way from Geistmarch. And Another one says, let me look at my notes here. Nothing of value.
Oh no!
So, I don't
Sally
have-
will just be like, guys march, huh? A bridge, huh?
Suspicious.
She's read enough adventuring books and scrolls to know that you're supposed to get information from an inn.
Yep.
And she just assumes that what she's overhearing is probably super duper like story critical and important.
Oh, okay. Well, then you also hear that, in a slightly hushed voice, I reviewed my notes, I'm sorry. I'm a new DM, chat, cut me some slack. You also overhear people talking in a more hushed tone, the ones that didn't look up, and they're whispering dire portents as people have been disappearing and graves have been being disturbed. And at that point, the dwarvish barkeep comes back out. He hands Namaya a beer stein, foam dripping over the sides. It's very idyllic. Laurel,
Yes.
you get a little apple juice with a little paper straw.
Perfect.
And
Thank
a
you
lid.
very much.
Sally,
Thank you very much.
get
I might spill.
a cup of milk. And Oberon, you also get a cup of milk, but there is a lid on top that is very much like what you, for lack of a better term, a sippy cup top.
Oh, for crying out loud. Oberon is tempted on just forcing that to go back. I'm like, and refusing that because that's an insult.
Oberon, I'll swap with Oberon and just toss the lid off.
Laurel just keeps the lid. He doesn't care.
All right.
He's like, my shirt won't even get dirty. This is perfect.
The barkeep says, "So what brings you to Sleepy Vale? A crack in my voice, perhaps?"
A carriage.
I don't think anyone else heard that, but I certainly did.
That was a good one. I heard that.
Sorry.
Okay,
If I draw attention to it, no one can make fun of me for it. But what is it you respond with, party? I'm sorry.
A carriage.
A carriage. He just kind of does a slow nod at Laurel, and he'll turn to you, Sally.
Sally will just be like, yeah, a carriage from More Armor. We're here to help set up the new branch.
You're more armorites.
She's like, did you not see our cool sigil?
I didn't.
The one I was waving at you?
I didn't. The DM must have missed it. We've seen a few of you in here before. Not you specifically, mind.
Recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, recently, this week.
Do you know where they went to?
Well, I think they went to Madmar Mansion.
Ooh.
The Triple M.
Guys, we get to... Wait. As, like, an adventure or as an office?
Well, I don't know. I heard the little blonde one. I guess that's not much good. Most of you are blonde. But the little one, little Lord Fauntleroy type. He was in here
Fancy
looking
Pants.
for real estate. And that was the only place available that seemed suited to his needs.
Oh.
That definitely sounds like Damien.
It does.
Little Lord Fauntleroy the Pantsless.
Oh, he had pants. He's not like this one here, and he points to Oberon.
Hey,
See,
man.
and that's because he's not as strong as Oberon.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have to show off his leg muscles.
I'm too awesome and manly for pants.
He nods. He didn't seem strong, I'll tell you that.
He's not, don't worry.
Looked like a stiff breeze and knock him over.
That's not the only thing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wait, come on.
Where is this mansion at, by chance?
It's on the other side of town. You got to go perilously close to the graveyard. In fact, I think the road is blocked. You might have to go through the graveyard.
Well,
Accident with the carts. That the road is muddy and wet and sinkholes and all that noise.
I mean, I did hear someone mentioning that there was some problems with the graveyard, so we might as well just double check it while we're on our way to our office, right, guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep calling it an
No.
office. It's a fancy guild hall.
No, we shouldn't do that.
You heard about that, did you? The graves.
Yeah, sir. I heard there was some tasteless Halloween pranks, or Hallows Eve pranks going on around there.
It's no prank, I tell ya. Between you and me, I think one of them vampires is at work again. Oh, they're quiet for a while, lull you into a false sense of security. But, I know a vampire attack when I see it. Or more so when I don't see it, as in there's no victim left.
Ooh. Sally is both terrified and intrigued.
Chat, RAC is acting up. If it's unbearable, please let us know and we will turn it off.
Shush.
We're trying to fix it right now. So with the Sally, what were you saying?
Oh, I am just intrigued and excited because vampires are spooky and fun. Dang it, I totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I just wanted to ask chat so we could get the AC turned off ASAP if it was being terrible.
It's not quite as good.
It's all good. But yeah, at the mention of vampires, Sally likes vampires. She would love to know more about vampires.
What would you like to ask him?
Well, apparently they eat everybody. But so wait. I guess
I've heard a rumor about vampires. I mean, we were taught that vampires have like a weakness, and that's like a silver paddle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The weak
Do you have
ones,
one of
yeah.
those?
No. I spend my silver. I don't make it into paddles.
Darn it.
Do you have any? You wouldn't happen to have any garlic by any chance, would you?
Oh, we have garlic, yeah. I think a few of them are allergic.
We're definitely gonna need 5 pounds of garlic, please.
5 pounds?
I'll take some garlic bread.
Yeah, actually, never mind. Can we just have garlic bread? Do you have any garlic bread? Can we get garlic bread?
Oh, and he goes back to the kitchen. And a couple minutes pass before he returns, and he has food, but it's not the garlic bread. It is the food you ordered already.
Darn it.
And he slips a plate in front of each of you and says, "The garlic bread's gonna be a few more minutes. It's got to bake."
That's fine. Laurel,
Yeah,
he's
that's
kidding.
fine.
He's gonna eat
So,
with his fingers. No.
There,
But these vampires, though,
yes.
they wouldn't have anything to do with. Well, actually, I have 2 questions. First of all, is it common knowledge about this area? Like, do we know if like vampires are like
Oh,
a active presence, or are we totally uninitiated?
sure as the sea is wet, there's vampires. The queen is one, you know, Miss Victoria Night Rose,
Wow.
the Devil Night Rose we call her around here. We're
Ooh, she's so
comfortably
cool.
far from the castle. You see, it's on the other side of Ravenperch.
I thought she was a vampire, not a devil.
I mean, there's not a lot of difference in my opinion.
Well, one's red and then one has pointy teeth.
Yeah, it's okay. It sounds like someone needs to go
He
to
seems
monster school.
dumbfounded by that comment. And just kind of like slowly turns back to Sally or Namaya and Oberon if you guys want to ask any
Yeah,
questions.
Sally is also just as stupid, and she's just like, sounds like you need to go to monster school, and she's just making
Yeah.
notes about a castle and a potentially cool, scary lady in it. Yeah, Sally is of no use other than thinking, I wonder if the Hollow Boy is also a vampire.
Do you voice that?
Yeah, I would mention it.
Oh
Probably just
no,
a-
the Hollow One is not a vampire. The Hollow One's something different. A legend, you know, not really real. A boogeyman to scare children. But
I like
these ignorant villagers, they're content to blame the disappearances and the graves on some fictitious character.
Uh-huh.
For crying out loud, vampires are real!
It is a good point. So you're saying vampires have been taking people out of the graveyard?
That would be my guess, but no one believes me.
kind of gross. And also, don't vampires drink blood? Why would they take bodies out of a... You know what? If we run into a vampire, we can ask them.
Yeah.
If you run into a
I
vampire,
don't. Sally doesn't want to talk about someone behind their back.
if you run into a vampire, it was nice knowing ya.
Aw,
Well,
thanks.
it's nice knowing you either whether we do or not.
Yeah.
He will take a sniff of the air and be like, "The bread's burning!" and run.
Oh, no!
Back.
Run! Go get it!
Save our bread!
Yeah. Giving you a few minutes to converse amongst yourselves.
Laura's just stuffing his face.
Someone said the
voice was cutting out?
cut out. Is that still happening, chat?
I imagine it might have been them.
No, but someone just said no, the bread, because...
Okay.
So
good.
that
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Okay, it's not us. All right. Good, good to know.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So, please talk amongst yourselves.
So, I mean, I'm not scared of any vampires because one, we've got Oberon here, who's also a manly man.
Yeah.
But we've also got Namaya, who's actually like really buff. In case Oberon isn't manly man enough for it or whatever runs into us.
That'd be a really weird situation if it was, I wasn't manly enough for it. But
You can never be too careful.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more interested in going to the manor because I'd really, really like to just meet up with.
Is it because it has the word man in it?
Well,
Very
it
nice,
certainly
very
helps.
nice.
But no, I just want to get together with our group, with the home, get this home office in this area that we're supposed to be a part of set up. I don't really like just dilly dallying around here. I would just like to, let's get what we came here for. This is what we came here for, and I'd just like to kind of get down to business.
All right.
We can
I would
chase
like to make
vampires.
one pit
You can
stop.
chase vampires on your days off. I mean,
Yeah.
or whatever.
What pit stop would you like to make, Laurel?
Does anywhere sell scarves, like thick, big scarves to go over your whole neck?
You have seen people wearing those kinds of scarves.
Yeah, he'll just before we go, just maybe one of those.
Yeah, now that Laurel mentions it, Sally also would like to maybe bundle up and not be dressed like a Arabian princess in the middle of freaking winter, freaking Rain Town. So I suggest we make a quick pit stop to a tailor before we go through the graveyard.
Yeah.
Because, get
Alright.
some nice boots, maybe some riding pants. Nice
I don't
thick
need
coat.
pants. I'm fine.
I mean,
Fine.
no pants for Obi, obviously, but,
At
I'll
this
wear two
point-
pairs of leggings for him.
At this point, the dwarf comes back out, and he sighs, "Phew, saved that!" And he puts a very not inedibly charred, but almost piece of garlic bread in front of you, and then his chest swells with pride as if he's gotten a chance to show you real fine dwarven cooking.
Wow.
Is it
Sucks.
on a scale of 1 to 10? How hard is this bread right now?
Like a 6 or 7.
Can I just?
Laurel's gnawing on it, and he just nods.
You hear
can
an
Sally
audible
just-
crunch as Laurel takes a bite and cascading crumbs from the.
I think Sally is just gonna surreptitiously stick it into a pouch somewhere and maybe use it as a weapon later if we run into trouble. Because one, it's garlic. One, it's garlic, so that's automatically anti-vampire power. But two, it's also hard, so it's like a garlic rock. She could throw at anybody who messes with them. So really, she's thinking ahead
All right.
with her great
And-
powers of deduction.
Add burnt piece of garlic toast to your inventory. Also, date the session it came from, so we can accurately know how
Quite how hard it is.
how
That's
old
all
it becomes.
Only going to age into something even more powerful. And just stick it
Laurel's
inside her
forgotten why he
quiver.
asked for garlic bread. He's just eating it.
Yeah, Namaya's going to eat hers and enjoy it because this is still better than the food on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not both food. Fish is gross.
Oberon
It's not
is not
hardtack.
touching this. Oberon is not touching this.
So Sally, you have 2 pieces of bread.
nom,
to
nom.
use as projectiles.
Yeah, you can have mine, Sally. I don't want it.
Aw, thanks, Oberon. I have a pretty good throwing.
The barkeep has gone to cleaning a glass, so he does not notice you turn up your nose at his expertly prepared dwarven food.
The evidence that he's eaten it is all over the front of Laurel's shirt because it's very crumbly.
Gosh, it's so awful. It like part of me is just dying inside, just all those crumbles everywhere. It's all greasy too. I hate it.
Laurel don't mind. All
He's
right,
like,
so
this is great. I don't know what
if
everyone's
your
complaining
meal's
about.
eaten and your info gotten, or what would you like to do? Would you like to get more info? Would you like to go somewhere? You know, this is Dungeons and Dragons. Literally any possibilities.
I would like to acquire a thick scarf
Yeah,
for
right.
warmth, not for
We're gonna
preventing
go clothes
vampire
shopping.
bites.
Yeah, I also am in agreement that we should go get some comfy, warm clothes and then go kick down those graveyard gates and totally not be scared at all and just, go for a nice terrified sprint through graveyards.
Oh, right.
On our way
just
to the-
for
on our way
just
to the-
cardio.
You see a shop that seems to be selling potions. There is not any words written on it, but there is a picture of a potion.
Oh.
And there is a clothing shop as well, but the potion shop draws your attention mostly because as you're drawing close, an explosion blows the glass out of the second-story window.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the locals just kind of like give the shards of glass where they land kind of a wide berth, but otherwise act as if this is completely normal.
I trust him. Definitely go
What
in.
would you like?
Hey, Ashley, can you pop back in and out of the call real quick?
Oh gosh, yes. I'm sorry.
You just
I'll
started.
be-
Starting to cut out just a hot sec.
Oh.
Surely,
whoa.
sure.
That was weird.
Boop. Boop.
All right. Hi. Is it better?
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right.
So, potion shop or clothing shop or
So
I think that potion shop is
who
definitely
got thrown out of a
trustworthy.
window?
no one got thrown out of a window, but there was a concussive blast out of the
Oh.
second-story window.
That sounds like a fun place. We should go there.
I totally think it's trustworthy. We should go.
All right.
I mean,
So
it looks
They
like
obviously make really good potions because they're so strong.
Diverting from the path, you guys go to this potion shop, and most of the windows are boarded up inexpertly, but you can also see charred glass sticking in through the corners there as if they met a similar fate to the second-story window. And
Who's inside?
well, when you open the door, there's no one inside.
Oh.
There is a desk, just shelves upon shelves of jars, all containing all manner of things. Some things that are organs, probably, and you don't want to look at those too long. Some things that are different colored liquids of various viscosity. And other ones that are bubbling and trembling and acting strange, as though their contents are very volatile. There is a little bell on the
I'm going to that
desk.
bell. Ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding, ding,
dang
ding,
it. You beat Sally to it.
ding. You can't beat me to a bell.
You hear from upstairs, "I'll be down in a minute!"
Ding, 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 ding.
I said I'll be down in a minute!
Ding, ding.
Coming from upstairs is a pile of torn, singed, smoking rags with
Oh.
a humanoid-ish head poking out the top. And in fact, as you look, you can see that this is some sort of robe, garment, and that this person probably is just a normal person under there,
Oh.
except they have horns sticking out their head. And their eyes are almost, they have no irises, no pupils, just a
Oh.
little bit of color around the edges.
Ooh.
Yes. You recognize this as a tiefling.
Oh, okay, good.
And she's like, hello!
Hi.
Hi!
Hi.
What do you want?
Potions.
Damn it, they really got me.
You want potions? I got potions!
I sure hope so, because it says potions outside.
Oh, good, it does say potions!
Sally is just gonna wipe a tear away and be like, "Are you okay? There was an explosion upstairs. Are you all right?"
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. And you can see the edge of her jauntily tilted witch hat is burning as she's wearing it.
Aw.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Can Sally just like go like? Is it one of those like little burning things where you can just like lick 2 fingers and just go tss
Yeah,
on it?
it's like a little candle.
Oh,
But
Sally
as-
wants to do that. She's always seen other people do it, so she's gonna try doing that to look really
As you
cool.
approach, the tiefling jumps back and says, ah! What
And
are you doing?
Sally will also jump back and be like, "Ah!
Get away!
Oh, I was just
Sorry.
gonna help your hat. It's on fire."
Okay, sorry. And she takes the hat off, flips it over to locate the part that's burning, and then just like sticks it in her mouth. And then, when the
Smart.
flames have been smothered, she withdraws it, puts it back, and a little bit of smoke comes out of her mouth as she speaks. So you want potions, yeah?
Yeah,
What
strong
kind do you want?
potions. Strong ones.
I have strong ones.
Do you have explodey potions? Was that what you were working on upstairs?
I have potions that do explode, yeah.
Oh, good.
Sally
They're not
had
supposed
no
to,
idea
but they do.
Sally had no idea that was something she wanted until just this moment. She was like, "I think we need some of those." Vampires are weak to explosions, right?
Sure.
Everything's
Everything's weak to
What do you-
explosions.
You heard the lady, guys. Can we get like 30 of them?
Oh, wow. Do you have that much jink?
I think she just called you a name.
What's a jink?
And she makes a motion that is universal for money. Coins, gold, shinies.
Jink.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what we call it where I'm from.
Oh, Sally will make a note of that. How much gold do I have? I've got 5 gold. Wait, no, I have 10 gold. That was from our other practice campaign.
All right.
So
that's
Sally will
crazy.
pull out her 10 gold and be like, "How many golds can?" She realizes that she didn't actually pay at the tavern before they left, and she's just gonna choose to ignore that and be like, "How many explosions can 10 gold buy me?"
Well, 2 things. One, from across the way, you hear from that tavern,
Son of a bitch!
and then Obi, you were trying to say something. What is it you were saying?
Oh, I was just saying that I didn't know if our gold carried over from that other game.
No, you have your starting value again.
How much should we
Okay.
start with?
I think it depends on your class.
Let's say right now you guys have like 10 each.
Sure.
Because I don't remember how much you're supposed to start with. Off the
Okay.
top of my head. It will be
We're
more.
gonna get rich anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, it will be more, but for right now, let's say you left the rest of it like
We
with
left it at
your
home in our piggy
goods
banks.
that were shipped here instead of put in the cart.
Well, and I just need that because I paid for 2 masks, so I'm already down like I guess 2
2
pieces
silver
of gold.
pieces.
Okay, so those were silver.
So you would have 9
Yeah,
pieces of gold and 8 pieces of silver.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. So she looks at your 10 coin and like deflates, and she's like, well, "That's not enough."
It's not?
No. Do you know how much it costs to make potions?
Yeah, totally. They're definitely not a lot.
Barmy, a lot of you.
I think she called us a name again.
Sally's gonna write that one down. She doesn't know what it means, but she can guess through context clues.
Laurel, all this while while they've been talking is he's gone along the shelf with potions and he's like looking real close, like picking one up and like jiggling it a little and putting it back down and
The tiefling's like, no, don't do that, don't do that!
this one and he
No!
like he like holds it out and it
Chad, I'm
jiggles
sorry
in
if
the...
that's killing your ears, but
Or this one, and he grabs the other one and holds it out.
She's gone. She's under the desk.
He walks over with 2 potions in hand and looks over the desk. He goes, "Are you okay?"
Oh, you're gonna put me in the dig book, Cutter?
She's calling us names so many times. It's so you're being very rude. He says, looking over the table at her crouched down there.
Just put the potions down, please.
He lets go of them.
Oh shit! All right, roll a percentile dice.
Sure.
Well,
he's letting go of them over the potion keeper. So
can
like,
Sally
he's leaned over
dive to grab them? Because she's an idiot, but she's not that stupid.
She can dive to grab them.
Make a dexterity check to see if you catch them.
Should I still roll a percentile dice?
We'll see.
Okay.
Hold on to that.
Sorry, Laurel. I just don't want to. I don't want us to die.
I'm gonna have you roll twice because there's 2 potions.
Just a dex
doing what
saving
he told
throw,
her to do. Or she told him to do.
would that be like a dexterity saving throw, Ashley?
It would be a dexterity check, so it's just a d20 plus your dexterity bonus.
Okay. Yeah. And I think, does my luck stone apply to that?
Yes, your luck stone would apply to it.
Oh, baby, luck be a lady tonight.
Can our shopkeeper also roll to grab them? Because
she's not trying. She is cuddled up into a ball, covering her head with her hat, like pulled as far down as it goes. All right,
Wow.
but Sally has managed to catch both.
Yeah, 15 and a 19, baby.
She said put them down.
Sally tosses herself over the desk in a position she's probably very familiar with. But
oh yeah, that's why she's so good at catching them.
To get her butt smacked rather than grab something.
Sally, she said put him down. You're
So
still
the
holding
tiefling
it.
looks up.
Sally's she's gonna glare over her shoulder at Namaya and be like, "Will you control your child?"
Yeah. I don't know where they are, but that sounds like something you should do.
She's the only one who's Namaya's the only tough looking one.
I don't know if Obi agrees with that.
Sorry, Obi. You're so manly that I wouldn't want to bother you with this.
No. I do.
Only bother with the
defer
greatest
that
adventures.
I do have to defer to Nadia in this situation here. Yeah, absolutely. I don't even want to try and deal with Laurel. I have no patience. I have no patience for Laurel.
At this point, the witch grabs the potions from you, Sally, sets them. She gets herself up, sets them on the shelf behind. She's like, "Okay, potion shop's closed. Sorry, bye. I gotta go. Bye." And she starts ushering you out with her broom. That she has.
This
Sally-
witch is so
Sally's just
rude.
I'm
Sally's just
sorry. I'm not
surprised.
trying to be rude.
Well, you're
Sally's
being
just never
it.
literally been swept off her feet before, and so she's just like, "This is so weird."
Namaya's gonna pick up Laurel and Obi and leave because
All right,
she doesn't want to be blown up.
One brat under each arm.
Bye, Miss
Sally's
Witch.
just gonna wave and just be like, "Bye. Sorry about
come
that."
Back. Come back when you have a little more gold.
Okay, work on your manners in the meantime.
Okay, all right. Sorry, bye.
All right,
and she
bye.
closes the door. And you hear
She's my
a
new favorite.
string of planar curses that you are not familiar with.
Ooh, those are good. Sally's totally writing those down.
All right, you get Burke. You get Barmy. What's another one? She says blood, but in the same you're a blood, that kind of context. In the dead book comes up as well, and hanging from the leafless tree.
Man. There's a lot of bad words.
Oh, Sally's like, "Ooh, I cannot wait to yell at someone. It's gonna be great."
All right.
Well, let's just get
Laurel's remembering them slightly off.
Sally's just like, "Let's just go get to the Barmy Taylor already. I'm freezing."
All right. For the sake of pacing, you guys have no
He's
trouble
already
acquiring whatever scarf you fancy, as long as it's not magical in any way.
Nah, just wool.
So comfy winter clothes.
Yeah. You can get a winter outfits as well if you'd like.
Laurel's just gonna get like leggings to go
Leggings,
under his
probably
little
boots
shorts,
because
and then.
the road is wet.
Oh yeah,
and
he
muddy.
should wear shoes here. So
Yep.
he's gonna get boots, leggings, and like a scarf.
All right. We'll say that costs you a gold piece each because gold is pretty good amount of money. And
For each thing, or?
for the total.
Oh, okay.
For your new
Per
outfits, about a gold
Yeah.
piece.
All right.
Unless you want something really fancy, in which case we'll discuss later.
He doesn't care. For
Nah,
fancy.
it's just
He's not a
comfy
fancy
warm.
boy.
Yep.
Oberon got some like thigh-high boots, so that way most of his legs are covered, but still no pants.
They
Awesome.
have the biggest boots.
Yeah.
You find that's
It's
all
really
they would
awesome
sell
boots.
you. That's all the tailor would sell you because they didn't want to cover your magnificent bottom.
It's the biggest boots for the biggest boy. It makes
It's
perfect
true.
sense.
Yeah, these boots were made for walking right here. I'll tell you.
And that's just what he'll do.
Yeah.
Sally's gonna get like some fuzzy boots, some like nice warm padded wool leggings, and just like
Oh, Sally's going fancy basic.
yeah, she's getting going. She's not wearing a vest, but she does suddenly smell like pumpkin spice.
Oh, yeah. We
Sorry.
are in Halloween land.
Your mask
Yeah.
was actually just a witch hat, correct? You don't have any mask on?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
So
Alright.
she's just embracing her witch power.
So
It would
with
be
that
hard for
in
Sally to
mind,
wear a
and
mask.
as
She's got
the
glasses.
day begins to wear on,
That's the realest shit.
the sun setting, which is it's very hard to tell because of all the fog and mist that just covers this place. But it is getting darker
Oh.
at this point. So what would you guys, now that you're all properly dressed for the season, you have vague directions.
Let's go
I
find
think-
that office.
Yeah, I think we should make haste towards our guild hall before
Okay.
it gets totally dark.
And totally
Because
spooky.
yeah, I mean, like I'm not scared of going through a possibly haunted graveyard. That's totally not haunted.
You actually
But,
come to a
It's dangerous
fork.
to walk in the dark.
Yeah. You actually come to a fork. One way leads
Uh-huh.
to the graveyard. One way leads further on in the cobblestone path.
Heck.
But we know that that bartender or the bartender mentioned that our guild hall is not. It's through the graveyard, right? Because the road got blocked.
That is what he recommended, yes.
Yeah.
How much do we trust this bartender?
This
I mean,
bartender you did not pay.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to come back and bite us when we come back into town for food. But yeah, just like heading up to the this is the road towards the manor, and he did seem to know like our fellow comrades that had come before us. Yeah, we're going that direction, so I'd say I trust him.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather.
you didn't know we were gonna rip him off yet.
I don't want to go through. Gosh, I'd rather just power through the graveyard before it's totally dark instead of going down a dead end road and then having to turn around and then go through the graveyard at night.
Yeah.
That's probably wise.
Alright.
I mean, not that I'm afraid of graveyards. I mean, they're just
Oh.
stupid. They're just stupid yards full of dead people.
Great.
Graves.
Full of
The
musties,
very
as that
definition.
potion witch would say.
Oh, I thought she was talking about something dirty.
Alright, so a fence of wrought iron with a rusty gate encloses a rectangular plot of land behind the dilapidated church. Tightly packed gravestones surrounded by fog bear the names of souls long past. All seems quiet.
Oh.
Well, this is nice.
Should we just run across it? Should we just sprint, maybe?
Sally really doesn't want to
There's not a
ruin
great
her
way.
new boots.
There's not a great way to sprint it unless you're gonna parkour from gravestone to gravestone. So
That definitely seems like a Laurel move,
I
but
mean, you probably should have played rogues if you were gonna do that.
I don't usually like to
Besides-
run over things, except ones that have dead people under them.
Yeah. Besides, I mean, running would signify that we're scared, and I'm not scared, so I'm not running.
Yeah.
I'm walking with my head held high and a nice gait, and these boots are just magnificent, and they're just going to walk
Yes,
because that's what they were made for.
You do find it immediately more comfortable with your thigh-high boots. Nice and dry, and whenever you do happen upon a pool or a mud, it's not really a big deal anymore.
Yeah, Laurel's really enjoying his feet not being bare anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sally has just got like flashbacks to like monastery school, and like you're supposed to be well behaved in like churches and graveyards and stuff. So she's just gonna like straighten up to like full height and like try to proceed as dignified as possible and be like, "Come along, children," and the Maya.
Children and the Maya.
Because the Maya's
I
not
was
a child.
coming already.
And Oberon's not a child either.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, Obi.
Yeah. When you're
Most is
referring to
silent.
children, you should just be referring to Laurel.
Yeah, come along, man, children, and Maya.
Man, woman, and child? Alright. When you open the gate, it squeals on those hinges, cutting through the air like a knife.
Don't like it.
Well,
You know when it's like way too loud and you're like, oh, shh.
stop.
I've heard you can spit on the hinges and it makes it quieter.
Mm.
I don't
Sally
think you're
will
supposed
make
to
a note
spit
of that.
on grave things.
Yeah, the gate is already open, no doubt enthusiastically thrown open by our dear Sally. And
With dignity.
with dignity. Yes. And
She's gonna just start.
The graveyard is before you.
Sally will probably just start marching forward.
Alright. The party advances, fog obscuring their feet and the dirt below, patches of grass on mounds poking up out of the yeah.
Laurel's raising his feet higher than usual just to make sure that they're still there.
Alright. You guys get about 20 feet into this graveyard when your hearts leap into your throats as the sound of a slamming iron wrought gate echoes through the deathly quiet.
Gosh dang it, the wind.
Yeah, did you close the gate behind us, or did you just leave it open like you were raising a barn or something?
Probably that second one.
What's wrong with
I
being
mean,
raised in a barn?
Sally was like, I was just the gate opener. Last in was the one supposed to close it.
Sorry.
Someone says it's too. Oh, they're probably talking about.
Oh no, they're talking.
To be
they're talking
fair, I
about
wasn't
the
raised in a
graveyard.
house at all, so.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
All right.
So really, it falls to Oberon, who should have realized that.
Yeah, Obi.
Not very adult.
Why is that my fault again?
Because you were the last one in who was raised in a house. So.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are fun.
Yay.
So as you're going, I would like you all to make perception checks.
I'll proceed.
Well perceived, baby. I love rolling dice.
Oh, I'm so perceptive.
Does Luxon do stuff for skill checks?
8.
I believe it's +1 to your skill checks.
Oh, Namaya's perceiving everything.
Get an uncommon magic item?
I did not.
Oh, Sally, did we all say we wanted to have one uncommon magic item?
I
Figure it out.
I
next
just
time.
assumed that we were. I could just get rid of it if nobody else got one.
Keep it for this session, and then we'll discuss later.
Yeah, we'll just add more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
I rolled a 12. Obi rolled a 14.
I rolled an 8 because I'm super good.
Namaya.
8 rhymes with great.
God damn, Maya.
Amid the fog, you catch a pulsating, sickly green light in the. Excuse me, about 20 to 30 feet to your left.
Okay.
It is under the fog and coloring it, as well as the gravestone that it is closest to, casting it in a ghostly light.
This is a little disconcerting.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of pretty.
Oh, so Namaya is gonna make sure her shield is out and her spear,
All right.
and it's gonna go in that direction slowly.
All right.
I will follow after Nemaya, making sure to stand behind her, just because she's got the shield and she's taller, and as the group leader, it's important for me to be safe so that I can assess all of the potential dangers.
Yeah, and I'm following Sally apparently.
Yeah,
I'm following
Alright.
Obi, because I don't want to be here.
that's real. That's fair.
All right. Dummy that I am, I forgot my dice, so let me bring up an app real quick.
You want to run and get him?
If only
no,
there
I don't
was.
wanna- I don't wanna
Do you
do
not
that.
just have the Discord, my dude?
That is not rolling behind my DM screen, so
Oh.
yeah.
Everybody, close your eyes.
Don't look at the rolling room.
Okay.
Are
Are you
just
sure you don't
PM
need to just
it.
run and get the dice?
You wanna?
I can run and get them. They're right in there.
Okay.
Laurel is too scared to say anything for the next 30 seconds.
Get the trade.
You
please.
can just
Thank you.
just PM our little dice bot to roll, and it will
What?
just
You can.
it'll just roll. Yeah, it'll just PM you your result.
All right. So Obi, while Maya and Sally are advancing, what is it that you said you're doing? Or did I feel like I missed
Oh,
it.
I was following Sally. I'm just
Okay.
because it's like Sally said that they were following Maya, and then I was following Sally. So yeah. It was...
Perfect. That wasn't at all a distraction tactic to give Pastel time to get my
There you
dice. Thank you. Okay. So, you guys advance towards this pulsing light, and it becomes increasingly clear that it is a light that is being cast by no source that you're aware of. And right as you come upon the grave that is emanating from, and the fog retreats from your sight, nothing's there. The grave is open and empty.
Uh-oh.
The
Whoa.
sound of
Uh-oh.
of freshly upturned earth tumbling into the crevice is all that meets your perceptions.
I wonder if someone was going to have a funeral
The
today.
light is gone, by the way.
Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Although, maybe Sally will just call and be like, hello! Because if the light's gone, maybe someone just has a really green lantern and they just walked away while we were walking towards
They have
them.
a green lantern in darkest night.
Yeah.
Oberon.
Some dead person left their nightlight on.
Sorry, I am needing to open my... Just imagine you hear pages turning. That's the authentic D&D experience.
Let me just fully.
You guys are free to converse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
Maybe it was just fireflies. Very big fireflies.
It seemed to be one light source. Well, actually, maybe not.
A very big firefly.
Yeah.
A very big one.
Yeah.
A gigantic firefly.
Listen, it's Spooktown. They can be really big. They've been here for a while.
yeah, I mean, fireflies, that makes sense. They're kind of, they're yellow, but maybe they're green here.
Oberon,
Yes.
you scream as you feel something clutch onto your throat and your arm and sink teeth into your shoulder.
Oh my. Oh yeah. That's
Uh-oh.
great.
Good.
Oh,
Take 9 points of damage as a zombie has loomed up out of the fog and latched onto you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And when you all turn in shock and surprise, you can see that the fog is full of them.
Uh-oh.
Roll initiative!
That's bad.
Wait,
Oh,
what are they
somebody's
full
getting
of?
shillelied.
What?
And I'm first to get bit.
The fog is full of zombies. There are
Oh,
many
no.
of them.
Zombie fog, and I'm
Roll
already
initiative.
down 9.
Yeah, he crit you. So
It's supposed to
that is how they walk.
In the dark.
That is how they walk. They thriller walk.
Oh boy.
Nice.
My very impressive initiative. Ooh, 20. It was
Okay.
impressive. 21.
Dang.
Up first.
Never
I'm
mind.
gonna bonk it.
It's not a 4 like what I rolled, but in a pinch.
All right.
Someone compile that initiative for me.
I got you, baby. I'm on
Alright,
it.
Thank you. Add a 10 for the zombies.
A 10?
A 10. Yes.
Okay. All those. Okay. So it looks like our init order is Laurel, and then Obi, and then the Zombos, and then Nemaya, and then me, the best one.
The best.
Saving the best for last, are we?
And then Bender, the best of them all.
And then Super King. Sorry, if you
That's what it was.
Alright, so Sally, for doing that for me and for your many clever jests, I would like to award you an inspiration point.
Yay! I love that. I love it.
But first, Laurel.
That's me.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit him with some entangle.
Alright.
I think just
When you look at them, by
Yeah.
the way, there is a green light in their hollow, empty eyes coming out of their mouth and in their
Uh-oh.
rib cage.
I don't really care for that.
Yep.
It's not my favorite.
Whoever has that Green Lantern that walked away, we better warn them.
It's a strength saving throw, or they are entangled.
Alright, what's the radius on that?
20-foot square.
20
Laurel's gonna
foot
cast it like maybe
square.
3 feet in front of him.
Maybe 3 feet in front. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say out of the 10 that you catch. You know, I'm gonna roll a d6. See how many you catch. Wow, a 6, expertly placed.
All right.
So I have some saving throws in my future, or rather their future. What is your spell save?
I'm gonna check.
Here, I'll give the chat some good foley.
13.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
D&D ASMR.
How much? Laurel?
13.
13, and it is a dex save.
Strength save.
Strength. Well, 2 of them manage to rip free of the vines, while 4 are entangled.
Oh heck.
Yes.
Shoot.
Regardless, it is difficult terrain.
And it is difficult terrain, which is good because zombies are not fast.
Yay! That's my whole turn. That's
That's
all
your
I
whole
would do.
turn. All right. Then next we go to Oberon.
Oh yes.
Oh, boy.
One is currently on you.
Yeah, I was assuming that I'm still being held on with teeth in me or something, because I got bit.
You
But
actually,
I do have.
you feel
what?
a wet, like, almost tentacle-like tongue just slithering over your neck now.
Oh gosh, that's not
It's
even my
like-
kink, man.
So pretty.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh gosh. Well, let's see.
Give me a piece of that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
I do have channel divinity, which I know it has to do with I can turn away undead, and
Yes.
I don't know if that applies in this or how I can use that
You-
correctly, because I've actually never used it before. So
Yeah. Let me Google so I know exactly how it works.
yeah, I was trying to Google it before my turn came, but my turn came too quickly.
It's all right.
What's this called?
Turn undead is what it is probably called. Cleric.
Is that like turn the undead away or like turn something undead?
It says turn away undead. So
Okay.
Oh,
I was
turn
gonna
away undead. No, it's
I was gonna
turn
say, I
undead.
think that's it's a very important distinction.
Oh
Turn
yeah,
undead,
yeah.
Paladin 5e. Oh boy, it's gonna make me bust out the player's handbook, isn't it?
Oh no.
Did you look at Every on the other one?
I'll try Avray, but I believe it's a class feature, so turn undead.
It usually knows what I'm talking about.
Here we go. Cleric. This says it's a cleric thing.
Oh.
Are you sure your class has turn undead, hun?
That's what it says on my sheet when I did it, was that I had that. So
Maybe they've got a one of
Multi-class, and
those
it's just
multi-class things, or like
Yeah,
one of those
'cause-
class features that lets them do cleric.
Because I'm-
Turn the unholy here. As an
Okay.
action, you present. This is from Paladin on the player's handbook. Present
Oh,
your holy
wow.
symbol. Use channel divinity. Each fiend or undead you can see within 30 feet must make wisdom saving throw.
oh, it's
Fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
And when it is turned, it must flee from you, I believe. And
Yeah,
Yes.
it's literally the exact same spell as Turn Undead. It's just called something else for a paladin.
Okay, alright.
Ah,
Okay, so, what is the range on that again?
30
It's like
feet.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so...
nice.
Ooh, our lights just dimmed a little.
Oh, that's...
Ooh, spooky.
Alright, so you can actually get about half of them in that. The other ones are a little further away. No, they've been advancing, so you can probably catch all of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
they seemed to be going one direction, sensed you, and turned around to come at you.
Oh,
Alright, so
Okay.
for simplicity, each of these dice is going to count for 2 of them. Oh, alright. What is your spell save?
let's see. Trying to look on this. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where that would be under.
It's on your spell. It's on your spell sheet at the top.
I believe for you it is a 13, because it is your proficiency bonus plus your charisma, so
Okay.
plus 8.
If you're looking at your spell list, if you're using the spreadsheet thing, it's
Yeah.
the one next. It's the one in the DC box.
Okay.
Alright, so with a 13 as your spell save, you turn 8 out of the 10 zombies.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of them failed.
Wow.
Turns
Yeah,
out they
10's
get a
pretty
negative. So,
You told them they were ugly and they get their feelings
let me
hurt.
roll.
They went home.
Let me roll a dice. Excuse me.
Bless
Let me roll
you.
a dice to see if you turned the one that's on you.
Yeah, that would be the important thing.
You do.
All right. He's like, ugh,
He's like,
it was too manly.
I thought it was a girl.
Wow.
Rude. They
Way
sadly
to not
threw
be
her
open to
away.
new stuff, zombie man. Jeez.
Yeah.
He presents his, Obi presents his holy symbol by flashing them.
It's on the front of his pants.
Yeah, it just
It
looks
is
up
on the front of my panties.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's a reason why
Aw.
I don't wear pants, people. There
I
is a
like it.
reason.
And it's
It's
very...
not for vanity. It's because I have those on my panties.
He's like,
I mean, come on.
no.
How very Rollian Paddling of you. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. So when their turn comes around, they will behave accordingly. And that if you're done, that is now.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright. They begin to move away and become caught in the entanglement spell, so they don't actually go very far. They are already pretty slow. And how many did you catch with your entanglement? 4?
4.
Oh, so
8.
4 of them can't move at all.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It was 8 out of 10, I thought.
Yes, but 4 of them are entangled.
Oh, okay.
If they're gonna run away, Laurel could just drop Entangle at any point.
Would you like to?
Are there any that are still shambling forward
Yes.
that are... Okay, I'll leave it up.
There's 2.
I'll leave
Yeah,
it up.
leave it up.
Alright. Alright, of the 4 that you had entangled, 2 of them rip free of the vines and advance. And they seem to have vines on them, like, already. Like, they have, you know, that real good decrepit look where everything's hanging off the bones and...
Ugh,
yeah. There's,
nasty boys.
Yeah. So 2 of them are going to advance, and undeterred by your panty flash,
Ah.
They're into it.
going to roll. Yeah,
They're into
they are more interested, if anything.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess there are some wood, so I mean, I guess that's That's all right.
Let's see. So, Laurel and Sally.
Oh no!
Oh no!
They are going to turn their attention
Don't
on
shot
you.
me, bro.
All right, Sally, you are missed. Laurel, what is your armor class?
Not much. 13.
13. Well, that's a 13 on the die. I
Heck.
don't think they get a negative to attack, so
Maybe they do.
one of them comes up and with this zombie bony hand just slaps you right on the ass.
Yeah.
You take 4 points of butt slap damage.
Laurel's like, alright, thank goodness
And
for
he says,
my leggings I just bought.
he says,
I like him feisty.
Obi's over there!
Shut off my panties, man.
I'll get that one next.
Dang. How are you
Damn
talking?
thirsty
Just a nasty mouth.
he opens his nasty mouth to reply and then stops as if he's deep in thought about how is he talking. All right, that brings us to Namaya's turn. Namaya, most of these have been turned by Obi's panties, which is usually the opposite effect that they have. They usually draw people to Oberon, but there are 2 that are still being a problem.
Yep. So she's gonna try and spear one.
All right.
The 10. Oops.
10. It's okay, they're zombies. Their armor class is not good.
Oh.
Are
And
you
in
telling me
fact,
they're not the toughest skin in the world?
They don't have armor on. They have rotted hanging clothes and what appears to be like foliage, like vines and dirt and grass and stuff.
Oh my
And,
god, it's literally.
Yeah.
I was about to make a lame Vine joke. About how each round of combat lasts 6 seconds and.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, 9 points of damage. That's a hefty hit to this.
That's
zombie.
max damage. Gosh dang!
Yeah.
Golly.
I is so not into it.
Would you like to do anything else, if you can, with your turn?
I don't think so.
Make a rude gesture.
All right. Then we are finally to our spankable sorceress, Sally.
Oh, it me. So how many zombos are we dealing with right now?
There are 10 total, 8 of which are fleeing from Oberon's pantsuit. They're saying like, "It's too cute," and shambling away into the fog and night.
So, can they just like run away from an encounter, or will they be coming back?
I believe they are turned for 1 minute, so 10 rounds of combat.
Okay.
And during that time, they will do everything they can to get away from Oberon, which again, very unusual when he shows his enemies.
They just so basically we just unleashed 10 zombies onto the city.
8. There are 2 still. In fact, one tried to grab at you, Sally, and is.
That's a good point. Sally is super not into that.
And
you should set him on fire.
It's
yeah, so he's gonna like strike a cool pose and then just like punch at him and shoot Agonazar's Scorcher out of her fists.
Oh, all right.
She wants to look real cool and also show off.
All right, since the other one is on Laurel, you will catch one.
She's really super duper hoping that like if she does it right, that like her cloak will like billow behind her and look real cool.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, you got it. Because it's not about killing people; it's about looking good while doing it.
That one is the Maya. Did you attack the one on Sally or Laurel?
Whichever was nearest.
You have your choice of either.
It's okay, I'm tough.
Oh, fine. Sally.
All right.
Yeah, because I was right behind you.
Okay. Fortunately, you attack with a spear, so you are not in Scorcher range.
And I rolled a 5, which is really good. Probably the best roll y'all have ever seen.
I believe it's a save for Agonizar's Scorcher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my performance check.
Oh, your performance. Okay, all right. So worried that you won't get the billowing quite right, you actually put your hand back there to try and push it up, but your hands are already on fire, so you burn a crucial side of your pantsuit, and they fall uselessly down the one leg they're still attached to.
Oh no.
But the zombie, maybe going for those panties, ducks down and did make it save, so he's going to take half damage. Please roll.
He rolled better than a 13?
He did, 16 on the dot. Well, it's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
-2 dex, 14. Yep, still made it, unfortunately.
Oh boy.
Boo! Oh well. Half damage is still pretty alright. Yeah, so roll 3d8 fire damage. I'm rolling really good tonight. I rolled 4 damage
So good.
off of a 3d8. So that's half. So I took 2 damage. This is going great.
My goodness. An unfortunate round of combat for Sally. So, are you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Laurel, initiative resets to you.
Let's see.
Help!
Probably should have been thinking my thing that I'm doing. What's right now? One is still like all up on me, right?
Yeah. He looks strangely happy.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit him with some of that sick nasty thorn whip.
All right.
Just like not even any semblance of like attacking with thought. He's just like
Roll an attack roll.
24. I think it might hit him.
Yes. Roll me some damage as you lash with a green vine from seemingly nowhere, manifesting in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, 24.
Yep.
5 damage.
5 points of damage. So you lash him real good.
Get off!
And he recoils, and he's like,
I'm sorry, I thought you were a sub.
I am. I just don't like bites. It scares me.
Well, what are you into? We can work something out.
I don't think we can.
Oh,
You should really negotiate before you start playing.
Yeah. I feel like my trust has been validated, and I don't really appreciate it.
I must have forgot that when I died.
Yeah. You should remember it. Shame on you.
No consent zombies.
It's rude. It's rude,
All right.
really.
So,
That's it. I don't have any
all right.
worthwhile bonus actions.
Okay, so it then goes to Oberon.
Yes. Who
If
I guess
you're-
I'm still kind of flashing my panties, but you know that you said I had like 2 coming at me that were actually into it, or
Yeah, but they at the last minute, very indecisive lot, these zombies, veered towards Laurel and Sally.
Heck.
okay.
Yeah, there is a astral wind just holding your tunic up, and your panties are glowing, so you don't have to keep doing that.
Okay. Nice.
That's the building effect Sally
Yes.
wanted. You
That
robbed her.
is, yeah, that's true. This is your magic at work from your deity
Oh, yeah.
of love and chaos. Roll.
Much better than your DDD of love and chaos.
Let's see.
Wow, I don't know what you did, but you crit.
Wow!
Yeah.
Damn, Obi.
For a chat, we're rolling on Discord so we can see the dice. Hopefully in the future, we'll make it so you guys can see too, but right now this is the best I can manage, so.
Yeah.
So what is it you said you were doing?
I I'm not even sure I said. I was just like trying to make sure I knew where they're at. Because Sally is the one that's like got more of the danger on her, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Laurel seems to be
Because he's
managing his
whipping
pretty
the
well.
nonsense
They're
out
having a
of
discussion
Yeah.
about consent right
Yeah.
now.
Right. I knew Laurel kind of had it, but Sally seemed to be the one that didn't do so well in that last one. So
Not so
I guess
much.
we'll go. Yeah. So I mean, I can, like I said, I've got the peonies are constantly flashing. So I mean, I can just. I mean, I could throw my javelin, I guess, from that because I'm not sure if I really want to move too much, since
Sure.
I'm kind of like this weird beacon. So,
Sure. Well, the beacon
yeah.
will remain in effect. They've already been turned, so you don't have
Okay.
to. You can move.
My
You can do other
panties
things.
are a beacon.
They
Okay.
are.
Is the effect ongoing? Like, do they have to make a save every round? Or?
It is going for a minute, and I don't believe they make more saves.
Just checking.
Yeah, I'm checking
All
right
right.
now. But,
Oh, I said
okay,
I
yeah.
was just checking.
So what are you attacking with?
With my javelin. So,
With your javelin. All right.
Yeah, because just from where I'm at, I don't see a reason to move, and it's just kind of heroic to be able to throw something, aiming for the head, obviously, of
All right,
the
well,
zombie that's near Sally.
With a 20, you get it. And,
Yeah.
Get
Wow.
it real good.
You roll double damage dice too, so 2d8 plus 3 for your javelin.
2d8. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to
What-
put
what?
hashtag javelin.
you got a hashtag words.
Yeah, I was like, what is that doing? Okay.
We're having slight malfunctions, chat. Sorry,
Hashtag javelin.
So it's gonna
Hashtag
be.
javelin.
I just kind of forgot we were
Yeah,
streaming.
I'm
I
just.
thought
I'm
we were
not
just
even.
playing.
I'm not even doing that. I'm taking the javelin part off. So.
Yeah. There you go. All right, roll another
Done
d8.
it.
Hey.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. So it wouldn't be an extra plus 3, so a total 11. But that's
Oh,
okay,
yes.
because it's a crit, your javelin just sails through its head, right where you were aiming.
Oh no.
Right.
And and as it hits, there is a viscous greenish purple liquid that just splatters outside the other side of its head as your javelin passes through.
See, I love my javelin.
The light of the ghostly green light in its eyes, mouth, and chest dies, and the corpse crumbles in front of you.
Gosh. Goodness
Until
gracious,
it is-
Obi.
Until it is
yeah, you're
swallowed
welcome.
by the mist.
Oh my god.
Sally will clap.
You're welcome.
She's gonna
Good
like
job.
half clap. She's gonna like alternate clapping and trying to pull her underwear back up, and also clapping.
Your underwear is burnt on one strap, so it's a pretty.
It's tight. It'll be too tight on one side.
It's pretty hard, but you're doing your best. All right. So it is the zombie's turn, and there is a sound, an unearthly sound in the distance. Perhaps a shriek, perhaps a wind, some sort of ghostly howl on the breeze. It's hard to tell, but what it does do is it catches all of their attention. And then, drawn inexorably towards it, the zombies shamble away into the distance.
Oh.
And when you look there, I would like you all to make perception checks.
Okay.
I'm perceiving. Oh, I'm not perceiving very well. There's a 9.
Shoot, what's my perception again?
Probably like plus 3.
It's probably like 1,000. Yeah, that's what.
Whoa. 4.
Namaya
Not
again
very
with the
perceptive.
great perception rolls.
Laurel's too
Hey,
scared to
but
perceive.
Sally's the best. She rolls a 20.
Yay.
Yeah, you rolled a 19. You got +1.
I knew it was like
Oh,
plus
okay.
1,000.
Wow. Okay, rude. I feel so attacked right now, literally, because we were being
So-
attacked.
Seeing where the zombies are shambling, you look, and what you had at first taken for nothing more than a shadow, maybe a scarecrow if you were really perceptive,
God, so don't
lurks
say his name is Harold.
in the darkness. And the shadowed outline of this figure moves and fades into the blackness as though it just hopped off a pole holding it up like a scarecrow, just
Oh.
snapped off
Ooh, I don't like that.
and shambles out of sight into the fog after
Well, at least
turning.
it's not coming towards us.
After turning its gaze towards you, and you saw a pair of eyes somehow gleaming as though with fire. And that is where we'll stop for tonight.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Yeah, we did it.
So that is our first ever game.
All right.
I am going to
That's all.
pause the recording momentarily
That's
so that
all
we can
around.
upload this as a singular episode, and
Yeah.
then I'll start it again so we can have a little chat just for fun.
Table talk?
Table talk.
Yeah.
Real quick, would everyone please tell who they are, what they do, whatever they want to promote?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's start with Namaya since she was player one.
Okay, Namaya.
Yep. So, yes, I'm T. Rugen on AOTK, and I made a couple of games. The Bread of the Wild series. There's 2 right now. One is finished. The first one's finished. The second one is a ongoing project. It's getting towards the end, but isn't done. I'm hoping to have that done sometime soon-ish, but it's been slow going recently, so I don't know when.
They're both really fun, and like not to freaking pile on, but I like that it's actually 2 games with an ongoing story. That's kind of a rare thing you see in kind of like spanking RPG Maker games, and like that's cool to see that there's like an ongoing through narrative. I wasn't expecting that, and when it started happening, I was like, oh my god, it's an actual story. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, heck. He's still my heart.
All right. Next on our little list here is Obi.
Yes. I guess my biggest project right now is I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/Isidore Arkham, and that's where I'm exclusively uploading the Inkwell Pennyhell Cuphead fan comic. I just finished up the first volume with the age regressed dice being reformed with sort of the penny rejuvenation style.
Aww.
Yeah,
Alright.
very, very fun. And I'm just started doing a volume 2, which is progression of him and some of his other casino buddies who are finding themselves regressed as part of their probation and being put in homes. And I usually update every Monday, but this week things were a little crazy, so I will actually be uploading the newest page tomorrow on Friday.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and post a link to whatever you want in the chat, by the way.
Okay,
I'll send you a link in the chat if you're not in it.
All right.
Laurel, you're up next.
Oh, that's me. Well, I mostly just draw things, and mostly for other people right now. I'm planning a personal comic in the future, but I haven't started it yet. It's all in the prep right now and outlining pages. But I do have Patreon and DeviantArt, where you can commission me if you want to. And I'll link them down below. Everything I do is under pastel-hime. So
Yeah.
Google that and all my stuff will come up.
Sally.
Hi there, me, Sally, aka Penmask, aka
Coolest ever.
coolest ever. That me.
Yeah. Me.
So I also have a creative thing that I can plug. I actually write spanking romance novels under the pen name Clarion Klein. They're all on Amazon. Like the big flagship one that I like to talk about is my age play spanking romance thing called Back to Her Teens. It recently just had a audiobook version come out, which is very exciting. It was a #1 new release for a while, and it's still crushing it on the lesbian erotica top 100 and the LGBT stuff. So that's cool. And if you would like to check it out, you can just go to clarionklein.com. That just forwards to my Amazon author page, and you can see everything there. I'm also posting a link for it in the chat. over here on Picarto. If you're a live boy, you can go it there. So yeah, check that out. Oh yeah, Pastel and Ashley both did art for Back to Her Teens, which is very exciting. And if you liked Sally, I mentioned this at the beginning of our game, but Sally's actually based off of a role play I did with a friend of mine named Layla a long time ago, and then I turned her into a D&D character, and then Layla and I decided to turn our old role play into an actual book. So there's a little Sally novella that's like a little prequel story of her having fun.
Yes, if you're like me and you just can't get enough Sally.
Yeah.
Which is 100% true.
You can read a whole 40,000 word, 10 chapter novella about her called The Water Nymph's Plaything. It's also available on Amazon. And it also actually has art in it from Pastel and Ashley and Zeppel. And that is all.
All right, and I am Ashley OTK. You probably know me if you're here because you were already on my DeviantArt, but just in case, I have DeviantArt, I have Twitter, I have Patreon, and Ashley OTK is just my name on all of them. And if you're wondering about this setting, Guilty Treasure, it occurs to me only now that I probably should have done a better job explaining it, but I do have an ongoing webcomic, which this setting was originally made for. So I'll just post a link to my...
Actually, what is that webcomic called?
It's called Guilty Treasure.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's the world what we're in.
And, well, the world's called Ralia.
Well, yeah.
But you can learn about it. And if you go to the AOTK gallery, it's not censored. It is censored on DeviantArt because there's some legit porn in there. But I can't hunt down that link right now because my computer's not cooperating. So,
all right.
With that said, everyone, have a nice evening. Hang around if you want to just listen to us talk about the episode and hang out for about half an hour.
Yeah.
And
pay much more attention to the chat.
Yeah. Pay much more
attention to the chat. I've been eyeballing it the whole time because I thrive on praise.
Like a girl
like a certain DM we know.
Hey!
Yes, it's true. So yeah, stick around.
Okay.
All right.
Hey!
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.